All right. Hello, everybody. It is Monday, April 27th in the year 2020. We are now into week 5 of our remote learning. And remember that you only have 3.5 weeks of school left. So I know the weather is turning really nice and we probably all want to kind of throw our hands up and be ready for summer. But remember, we've got those 3.5 weeks left. Make sure you get your minimum requirements done each week. And then you can have some outdoor time because I have to say it is gorgeous outside. As a matter of fact, we went hiking and went out to Homer over the weekend. We went to Homer Saturday. We went hiking at Russian River Falls yesterday. Had a little bear encounter, but it turned out okay. But it really is gorgeous if you get some time after your work is done to get outside, get some fresh air, get some sunshine. I would definitely recommend that. Really good for you. All right, so let's talk about our language for today, which clearly I have a typo right there. So I'll have to go back in and fix that. But it is Greenlandic. And so Greenlandic is the language of the island of Greenland. And I don't really want to say country because apparently Greenland is under the rule of the country of Denmark. I didn't realize that until I started doing the research for today. The people of Greenland are actually citizens of Denmark. So really interesting. They have an Inuit native people in Greenland just like we do here. As a matter of fact, 89% of the population of Greenland is their Inuit peoples. So that's really interesting. You can see, here a couple of pictures of what those folks look like in native dress in modern times. This was an older picture. Over here you can see their language. To say hello, they say alu. Alu. Okay. So to me also, again, it's almost, it kind of still references like aloha, alu. I don't know. It's just interesting to me how places can be so far apart on the actual globe and yet language can be so similar and really kind of resonate, throughout. So this is their flag at the bottom here. And so really a brand new, totally different style of flag than what we were seeing all of last week with the Scandinavian Nordic crosses on those flags. So in this one, the white stripe across the top represents the glaciers and the snow and the ice. 80% of the island of Greenland is covered in glaciers. It's really super far north on the globe. The red stripe across the bottom for them represents the ocean. And then the red part of the circle represents the sun, kind of coming up over the horizon, over the horizon line of the ocean. So just really, really interesting to me to find out a little bit more about Greenland. All right, and so let's talk about our observance for today. Our observance for today is Morse Code Day. I don't know if you've ever heard of Morse code, but it is over here, this series of dots and dashes. You can see that they represent letters and numbers. And so you would, back in 1844, when Samuel Morse invented the telegraph, which is this machine right here in the middle, you would use this mechanism to tap out the dots and the dashes. And if you look down here in this picture on the bottom, very far right corner, all the way down on the bottom, this is kind of what the opposite end looks like, this tape that comes down out of this machine here. As somebody is typing on one end, it's sending those signals and those codes to this machine on this end, and it types out these dots and dashes on this little strip of paper. And so people had to be taught how to read Morse code, and they would kind of use this tape and write out what the message was. Just kind of this secret code. But then it went international. It became so popular, it became international. They used it a lot during the World Wars to communicate messages, especially the Americans when it wasn't so internationally known, so they could protect their plans and, just all the things that they were trying to keep secret from the enemy. So along with Morse code, I'm going to give you your word for the day. And the word is sequence. Sequence. So this basically means like a logical order of something, like the following of one thing after another in a way that makes logical sense. So like, for example, if I was going to use the word sequence in relationship to our observance today, I would say a sequence of dots and dashes from Morse code makes a secret message, or the telegraph could be used to tap out a sequence of dots and dashes in Morse code. Okay, so I want you to think about how you could use the word sequence in a sentence and drop that in our comment box for your word of the day sentence, because there's a lot of different ways that you can use the word sequence. Okay, and let's move on to our brain teaser for Monday, which is a malapropism. So remember, this is where we've got a word wrong here. We're using a word wrong, but it sounds really similar to the word that we want to use, okay, correctly. So if you look at the little girl, she's reciting a little nursery rhyme poem, and she says, Mary had a little lamb, its fleas were white as snow. So I want you to see if you can figure out the right answer. What it really should be, drop that in the comment box as well for more dojo points. Again, I've already looked over programs that were used over the weekend and given points this morning. I'll look again tomorrow morning and see if you're able to get into those programs today. And so I will get you back here to our Greenlandic and how they say goodbye in Greenland, and they say baj. Baj. So I will say baj to you guys today on this Monday. I hope that you had a great weekend. I hope that you're geared up for a great week. I know you can do it. And I will see you guys back here tomorrow.